Awesome.
Yes, we are live in the Facebook group. Terrific. All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
Hi. Okay, so I'm going to hop back over to Zoom and I'm going to welcome you. Hi, Charlie. Welcome to On the Mocks. And I get to not only introduce you as the founder of Element Shrub, but I also just get to introduce you as a community member because you have been a part of our group now for months and months and months. I feel like you've been around, you've been hanging out, you've been a part of the group.
Yeah, it's been really fun. Thank you for having me. Really excited to be here and to finally, I see you posting all the time, and it's fun to finally get to, talk 101. So.
Yeah, well, so thank you so much for making the time. This is super special because not only do we get to ask some questions and hear your story, but also, I mean, look at this amazing setup. You're going to make some drinks with us.
Yeah.
So super cool. And I'm drinking with you. I told everybody to bring, their favorite non-alcoholic drink. And I'm drinking right now the Element Shrub blueberry and rosemary.
Love it.
And I mixed it I actually mixed it earlier with just some Fever Tree Club soda, but I want to try it with some berry LaCroix.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And what I love so much about Element Shrub is that it doesn't need anything. It really doesn't need much. So cheers and
cheers. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna open this club soda for now so that I have something to cheers with, and then I'll make a drink as we're talking. So.
Right, cheers. So before we get into the drink making, which is so fun, let's hear a little bit about, I want to hear about your story, but maybe just right from the basics. And it was so funny about your website, shrubs.
Yeah.
It's a tree, it's not a bush.
No.
Can you tell us, and real what is a shrub?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, in layman's terms, from a practical standpoint, it's vinegar, sugar, and fruit, sort of mixed together. You separate the sort of macerated fruit from the vinegar, and you're left with sort of this infused vinegar. In theory, you can use any vinegar, any fruit, any type of sweetener. For us, it's organic apple cider vinegar, fresh fruit, and then organic cane sugar. And we also try to do some sort of herb spice blend with the fruit. So as you said, it's really great just kind of on its own. And that was actually the intention at the beginning was, hey, can we create something that is sort of complex, made with real ingredients, doesn't have a ton of sugar, and obviously no alcohol. And we sort of started, gosh, it's been almost 8 years. So we launched on my daughter's first birthday. I quit my job literally the day she was born to sort of do product development and kind of kick things off. And then, yeah, we launched around her first birthday. She'll be 8 this November, which is crazy. And it was sort of that world of sort of my wife being pregnant at the time, and then this other kind of world that we had gotten involved in while we were living in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where we got involved with this community that foraged fruit from people's backyards. And so it was this really cool way to get involved with the community and to sort of upcycle fruit that would otherwise sort of go to waste. And that's sort of where I got my sort of MBA in canning and preserving. So that's sort of our story. And then just kind of bringing it back to what is a shrub? Again, thinking practically, right? It's both your sweet component and your acidic component. So if you think about sort of balance in drinks in general, right? You want, ideally, at least I want something like an acidic component, a sweet component, a bitter component, and then maybe some sort of texture, whether it's bubbles or, milk or something to provide, just something a little different, right? Than just flat, right? And so the shrub, if you were going to say use lemon juice and simple syrup in a drink, you could sort of replace that with our lemon mint shrub as, right, like both the acid and the sweet. Now, the difference, and this is getting like a little bit nerdy, but right, so lemon juice is citric acid, right, which has a much sort of almost softer feel on your palate, whereas apple cider vinegar is acetic acid, and has much more of sort of that burn and obviously the sort of smell, because it's a volatile acid, which, you know, unfortunately we can do nothing about. So it's cool because you still get sort of that acidity, but then you also get the sweetness, and then with the herbs and the spices, you get a little kind of complexity as well. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's... And what was you said you quit your job, I mean, to launch this company, and I think the day your daughter was born. What was your job before this? Like, did you have like a background?
Technically, I gave my paternity notice, and then I quit after that. But so this is my first job in sort of the food and beverage world. I previously worked in education, in consulting, and if you were to look at my resume, it would look like I have ADD, sort of all over the place. And then I spent 3 years before, right after school, teaching English in Japan. So
very cool.
All over the place.
All right. I have a similar resume, and but you seem very smart, and well, we love your product. So let's so you're doing something right.
I hope so. Really excited to be here and kind of mix up some drinks. If anybody, I'll just throw it out there, if anybody has any questions. I know shrubs can sometimes be intimidating as well. You know, how much do I use? Like, what flavor am I gonna like? Like, what are these weird combinations that you have? Are they actually good? And so if you have questions or if you need suggestions, we try to kind of put a bunch of content on our website and on Instagram to kind of give you ideas on how to mix them. But generally, if you think about them as sort of that like combination of sweet and acid, you'll be on the right track.
Awesome. Well, I am able to see Facebook, a couple of comments coming. We've got Kara saying, I love Bubbles, and oh my God, I love his vibe. Oh yes, we do love your vibe. And Richard's cooking. He's usually would be here on
Yes, Richard, please tell us what you're making. I'll try to pair something to it. Yeah, I know if you want to stream it in live, or yeah.
Very cool. Okay. So have all of these original recipes, how long have you had all of these original recipes, like since the beginning, since 2013? Actually, I've seen through your Instagram, I guess some launched along the way. Do you have any in the pipe coming soon, or?
I'm hoping in the next like 12 months we will have one more. But yeah, it's been sort of a slow kind of rollout, I guess. Although it's been every year we do one-ish. At the beginning we launched with 4, and then I got excited and started making more. And so I think 5 and 6 were the pineapple turmeric was number 5. The cranberry hibiscus was number 6. That one's really interesting because it's actually the hardest to coordinate because it has both watermelon and cranberries in it. And to get both of those at the same time, there's only like a 2-week window where you can actually do it. So that one's just kind of always a fun challenge. And then we've got our grapefruit vanilla, which is really fun, creamsicle-y. And blood orange saffron, which is awesome and decadent. That's one of the ones I'm going to use tonight. And then the last two that we released were the ginger lime and the peach tamarind.
Right. Awesome. Now, so what do you typically drink? What are you sipping on? Do you, I mean, well, I mean, I'm sure you love all your products. When you're not drinking shrubs, I should say, what are you drinking?
I mean, I honestly, like, I drink a lot of seltzer water. When I drink, sort of non, like, cocktail-esque drinks, like shrub mixed with spirit kind of things, I like 0-calorie beer. Like, one of my, like, I would say, like, my 3 favorite non-alcoholic beers are more like the 0-calorie type. So I really like the Partake IPA, the Groovy Stout, and then like the Suntory All Free. Those are sort of some of my favorites for kind of like the lower calorie side of things. And then I mean, when it comes to like shrubs and cocktails, like, you'll see, like, I love that our shrubs are really simple, but like, to me, I just like, I don't know if it's just like, I need something to do, but like, I always like try to push it a little bit. So yeah, so I don't know, like, I thought if you want me to kind of like jump into what I was planning to make, so well, I guess I'll give everybody a like heads up that we are going to be doing a giveaway next week with some of our favorite brands. So Ritual Dry, Mocktail Club, the Sober Dietitians, and for Mother's Day. So I thought I would make and Portland syrups as well. And I thought I would make a drink from the Zero Proof Cocktail book, but with a little bit of a twist. So I have it open. So it's the I'm gonna throw up it here. So it's the orange saffron dry Rita. So the ingredients are 2 orange slices, which I forgot. I'll use this little lemon. Half a teaspoon of honey, an ounce of our blood orange saffron Element Shrub, an ounce and a half of the Ritual tequila, and kosher salt, and then 3 ounces of the blood orange botanical bubbly from Dry. The twist that I was gonna do is I have this sort of like fancy smoker. So this has cinnamon chips in it. So I thought I would make the drink and then smoke it. And so it'll be sort of like a smoked blood orange saffron Dry Rita thing.
Very cool. I think your vibe points you just got even more vibe points. You're smoking drinks. Love it. I need something like that. I love smoked drinks. I used to love smoked old fashioned. So
yeah, and I mean, it's actually like a really easy to use. I mean, I am not being paid to promote this, but really easy to use like device. You just put the little chips in here, you rest it on your cup, and then I have this like crazy blowtorch that I just use to kind of light it on fire. Hopefully we don't burn the house down. So I'm just gonna try to make this if you guys are up for it.
Yeah, totally. And are those awards behind your bottle?
Yeah, I mean,
they look like Academy Award.
I know, right? Yes, no, I was not like an actor previously.
I have to give you a shout out because they look like Oscars or like, I mean, like
yeah, these are Sophie Awards. So Sophie is an organization, the Specialty Food Association. They host 2 big trade shows, one in New York, one in San Francisco every year, called the Fancy Food Show. And we've been lucky enough to win a couple for our chai pear, our honeydew jalapeno, and our ginger lime. So
cool. So cool.
Congratulations. Yeah. So thank you. Okay, so this is, I want to I'll move this out of the way so you can see my honey. I'll try to keep this front and center. I don't know if does that look good right there?
Oh my God, it's like perfection.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get some ice here. Oh, wait, where's my shaker? Let's see. There's like a 50% chance that I forgot like one of the ingredients. So.
Oh, I was doing an event with we were doing an event for our 1-year anniversary with Liars, and I was setting up, it looked gorgeous, and I'm like, Murphy comes to every party, you know, Murphy's Law. As an event planner, I always said that, and I'm just like, yep. Oh, like I forgot.
Okay. So don't add your ice first. So it says in a glass or shaker, muddle 2 orange slices in honey. So I'm going to take this little half a lemon that I have and kind of use that instead of the orange. As you probably can imagine, I prefer drinks on the sort of sour side. So a little lemon instead of orange is probably going to work well for me. Okay, and then we've got some salt. Oh, you know what? I had salt and then I had to make dinner and I put it back in the kitchen. So we'll skip the salt. All right, so I'm going to add the shrub and the tequila and give it a stir.
Okay. And we can post this recipe later for everyone to follow. Yeah.
All right, so I'm doing an ounce here. Perfect. Okay, and this Ritual tequila, 1.5 ounces of this. Okay. And if I had a muddler, I would try to muddle this up, but I don't. So I'm just gonna do a dry shake and just kind of get it. Oh, I forgot the honey. That's what I forgot. Also, fun fact, I wrote my college essay about beekeeping. Random.
Wow.
So my grandfather was a sort of amateur beekeeper outside of Philadelphia. And then my dad kind of took up the hobby, even though it was his father-in-law. And so he still has hives that we use. So this is our honey.
Wow. So
all right,
it's gonna have a tequila spice flavor. It's gonna have honey.
So we've got so sweetness from the honey, a little spiciness from the tequila. The blood orange saffron shrub is really cool because blood oranges, unlike sort of traditional navel oranges, right, have sort of this really cool like sweet acidity to them that's not super sweet. So the honey and this will kind of work really well together. It won't be too sweet. And then in addition to the saffron, which adds this really cool, like savory decadentness to the shrub, there's also some carrots and ginger. So it's really kind of earthy and fun. All right, let me add the ice in now. I think we're ready. Gotta spill a little just for fun. All right. Now it's going to be a little loud, so just. Yeah. All right. Cool. And I have found that mixing with non-alcoholic spirits. Now, I may have kind of overdone this just because I wasn't really paying attention to the ice, but I put a lot of ice in here, and I find that with Ritual and with Liars and with some of the other brands, especially the sort of the gins and like the main spirits, as opposed to the like the Rosso and the other stuff that Liars does, that like less ice is usually better, so as not to like over dilute.
Okay.
So, okay, this is done. The only thing left is the soda, but I think what I'll do is pour it into here, and then I will smoke it first, and then I'll just top it with soda kind of at the end.
Yeah.
Now this is Muggle ice. I do have an obsession with making clear ice, but ice from your fridge will do. Okay, so again, so just a reminder, this is like, I don't know, it's called the smoke top. I put some cinnamon chips in it. So cinnamon, cardamom, really good flavors to pair with blood orange. So I think this comes with apple and like hickory or something else. So let's give this a shot and just see if this works. There we go. Oh, there we go.
Cool. Now, where did you get that? Can you get it on Amazon?
You can, I think so. I believe I ordered it through an affiliate link of a I think it is High Proof Preacher, who is sort of like a cocktail blogger, Jordan. So yeah, so then you lift it up, and yeah, that's pretty fun. And then we'll just kind of top it with soda and let it do the dry ice thing. And let's give it a shot. Delicious. Yeah. It's really good. I might wait another minute to let the smoke like get away a little bit. I don't know if I like overdid it. It's like a lot of smoke, but once it dissipates, it's yeah, it's great.
Yeah. That's part of the fun of mocktails and non-alcoholic drinks, when you get creative with the extra steps, with the garnish, with the glass.
Totally.
And it's just, you know, the craft of the cocktail. When
yeah. Yeah, one of the other drinks that I love to make or sort of experiment with shrubs is it's a little bit fancy, you know, at least it sounds fancy, but it's not that hard to do. Is like a clarified milk punch.
Glass.
Totally.
And it's just sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry, I accidentally touched the Facebook Live.
Oh, good. I've done that before. Yeah, so like the clarified milk punch, which is, you know, in the cocktail world, it's, you know, a bottle of whatever spirit, some citrus, and then milk, and you intentionally curdle the citrus and the sort of that like mixture, and then you separate the curds from the whey, and you're left with this drink that is infused with sort of that like creamy texture of milk, but without tasting like you're drinking like a milkshake. And so one of my favorites is it's called the Paddington. So inspired by Paddington Bear. So it's Earl Grey tea is the base, and then our grapefruit vanilla shrub. Vanilla and Earl Grey go really well together, and then marmalade as the sweetener. So, because you know Paddington is into marmalade, and yeah, and then clotted cream, which he slips on in the train station, is sort of like the milk, which like turns into curds. So it's kind of a fun riff, and it's just, and then I top it with a little like fresh ground pepper. And the way that I do it really quickly is I have a like a very fine metal coffee strainer that I use for my coffee in the morning, and I just use that to filter the milk. And so I'll like mix it all together, and then I'll pour everything through that filter and just set it on top of a glass. And yeah. And you can do it like instantly. You can also like do it overnight and let it sit. But it sounds more complicated than it is, I think.
Sounds cool. Sounds cool. So, all right, two things. Mocktail Club. Do you guys? So you have you're going to do you have a giveaway together. Are you guys having? Do you have a recipe together? Or
yeah. So so we're gonna. I actually really like Ritual with the Bombay Fire, and then because it's got like a little bit of heat to it, and then I wanted to like play. I actually haven't done it, but I wanted to play around with that plus like a bar spoon of our honeydew jalapeno shrub, just to give that like extra heat.
I love spicy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds really good. I actually have all of those things.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah. So
do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Okay. Should I like grab them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go get another glass.
Okay. All right.
See you right back. Hey guys.
I like don't have like my bar set up, but
make it work.
All right, Bombay Fire.
Sorry, just in front of the bar here. Okay.
Yeah.
And
All right. We got tequila. We got Bombay Fire, right?
nice. Yep.
We got, you said jalapeno, no, honeydew jalapeno?
Yes. Yes. I couldn't find my honeydew jalapeno quickly enough, which is embarrassing. I guess that means I go through that more than the others.
More than the others. Okay.
So, yeah, tell me what you think. I'll let you.
Okay.
Let you go, and I'm gonna watch.
Well, oh my goodness. Well, how much of each?
So I would say probably like an ounce and a half of the tequila.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me grab my. All right. Okay.
So while you're making that, I'm just going to read the ingredients that are on here so people know. So this is the Bombay Fire from Mocktail Club. It's got pomegranate, chili peppers, agave, and it's caffeine free. Yeah, so it's tasty, and it's got that heat at the end, which I love as well.
It's my favorite of all four. It's so good. And like, I mean, you had me at jalapeno. I just got back from Mexico, and the whole group knows I like drinking. I brought this.
I saw. Yeah, I know.
The whole resort knows that I brought this to Mexico.
Love it.
I was like, are they going to catch me at customs? Like, am I doing something wrong? Okay, one more thing. I just need a bottle opener.
Yeah.
All right, so fun. Okay, so we have all right, we're doing 1.5 ounces of tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Alternative. This is the ritual. All right. Can I stir this, or do I need to?
I would say, yeah, you can probably just pour this over ice and then, yeah, give it a stir.
Okay, cool. And
Now I guess the one thing, if you really wanted to make it like spicier, is to just shake the tequila with ice and like a fresh jalapeno in it.
yeah.
Just to like take it over the top. But
Totally. Oh my gosh. Like that's totally my language. I love it. Okay, guys. All right. We got tequila. Then how much? So you usually, okay.
So I would say you're probably going to do what, like 3 ounces of this. I would say like 1/4 ounce or maybe 1/2 ounce of shrub. Probably no more.
Just 1/2 ounce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, depending on sort of like these ratios, we might need to add a little bit of like lime juice, but let's see how it turns out. Good.
Oh my God, that flavor. Woo.
Yeah. It's fun. That's a fun one. And what's cool about it is it smells like jalapeno and it tastes like jalapeno, but you get the like a lot of the like the vegetalness of like that green, like it tastes green to me. Like that like green pepper like flavor really comes through. So
fun. Okay. And then you said about 3 ounces of this?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I would just like, depending on your glass, if it's like a low ball, like you can probably just like add a little bit and like see how it goes.
Okay.
Give it a stir. Maybe you could like garnish it with like a squeeze of lime or something, just to like add a little bit of little more acid, but.
Okay, I can get that. Okay, that's the
Cheers.
Cheers.
I know, so pretty. Yeah.
So pretty. Wow. Okay, and now you pick up all of those flavors. I'm picking up the jalapeno. I'm picking up that fire like right in the back.
The chili pepper. Yep.
Yeah. There. Oh, and it's like refreshing.
Is it too sweet or is it okay?
It's not too sweet. It's not too sweet.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Just for the sake of variety, I found a couple other things.
You got the spices right here. So, oh my God, so fun.
So I've never made this drink before. This is brand new, but I thought it'd be fun to experiment. So I have a ritual gin alternative. Our lemon mint shrub. And then I found this like cardamom syrup in our basement. So it's just like a cardamom simple syrup, and cardamom and lemon is one of my favorite combinations. And I think, with the gin, and then I'll just top it with a little like club soda. So I'm just going to shake up all of the non-soda ingredients. So I'll do 1.5 ounces of the gin. I'll do, just because this is there's not that many ingredients. I'll do 3/4 ounce of the shrub.
3/4 ounce of the shrub.
Now, if I had, you know what, I'm gonna steal this lemon that I used from the first drink.
We're all friends here.
Right? And throw it in here just so I can like maybe get, I don't know if there's any essential oils left on that lemon, but if there are, that'll be a nice surprise. And then I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of the cardamom syrup. Went a little over. Okay, and then let's shake this up. Clean up while you're shaking. That's like extra points.
So this is refrigerate after opening.
Yes.
How long does it last once it's open?
I mean, 6 months. Like, it's vinegar. Like,
Okay,
I mean, if you see stuff on it,
okay,
like, yeah, it should be good. I literally have bottles from 2014 in my basement that are still good. So
okay, no, that's so cool because the sticker on it says like, okay, it's till 2022, and I'm like, that's so cool.
yeah.
But once I'm always
I mean,
rushing with the expiration date.
I mean, I would not be, as long as you keep it in the fridge, like, it's honestly going to be good for a long time.
That is so awesome.
Okay, so, and let's be honest, if it stays in your fridge for more than 6 months, there's another problem. So, all right. So
I might have a
we've
mock.
got this. Smells great. If I had some like lavender bitters, that would be also like a really great add here. Lemon, lavender, cardamom. It's a really fun combination as well. So we'll do this. Just top with like 1 ounce of soda just to bubble it up. I don't have a stir, so again, we're all friends here. I'm just gonna use my ice tongs.
I grabbed a knife.
Perfect. Let's try it. Delicious. So good. Yeah, the gin and the lemon mint go really, really well together. It's a great combination. One of my other favorites is just taking some like cucumbers and pureeing them in a blender to use just some like fresh cucumber juice, the lemon mint, some muddled mint, and then the gin and soda. Really, really fun. Oh, and for you, for the honeydew jalapeno, we made, I think I posted it in the group recently, but we did like a Bloody Mary riff called the Verde Maria, where we take fresh tomatillos and puree them in a blender, add the honeydew jalapeno shrub, some horseradish and lime juice, and it is so good.
Oh
so good.
Oh my gosh. Well, feel free to add any recipes as they come, then definitely, and tell us the details of the giveaway, whatever, or where you want to send people for your giveaway. Should they be following you on Instagram?
Yeah, so we'll be announcing it next week on our Instagram at Element Shrub. So keep your eyes peeled, and yeah, it's going to be really fun. So I can't wait. And yeah, I love being part of the Beyond the Mox community. It's so great to see everybody sharing recipes and stories and where they can find stuff and what they like and what they don't like. And yeah, so and I just want to reiterate for anybody else on the group, if you have questions, I know sometimes it's not clear that like I am necessarily associated with Element Shrub when I'm posting in there, but I am Charlie Berkinshaw in the group. And so if I share Element Shrub recipes, that's probably why.
Yeah, please. And we're gonna post. I posted a couple from your Instagram up on the Instagram stories. We're gonna repost them to the group. You guys, if we do have a dedicated On the Mocks discount code,
Yes.
OCAN10. Thank you so much for that. That's 10% off for our community members. So go try some, have some fun with this, especially if you're new to mocktails. Like you said, actually in one of your posts, it's as simple as mixing it with sparkling water or even coconut water. I saw you mention. How cool is that?
Yeah, the pineapple turmeric is really fun with coconut water.
That's probably so
Especially.
tropical.
Yeah, it's really fun. I will just say one thing. We are sold out of a couple of our 8-ounce bottles right now, but after May 14th-ish, we should have everything back in stock except the blueberry rosemary, which we still have 16-ounce bottles of. So just be patient with us for the next couple of weeks. Thank you in advance. It's the chai pear, the honeydew, the blood orange, and the ginger. So honestly, we just kind of like
great combinations that you really cannot go wrong with any of these. I mean, really brilliant.
Yeah, and so just a reminder, tonight we use the I use the blood orange saffron and the lemon mint, and I use the blood orange saffron with the tequila, the dry blood orange, and then I used the lemon mint with the ritual gin, and I just made like a homemade cardamom syrup, which I think these are great to just have in the fridge. It's really easy. Just boil a cup of water, a cup of sugar, and you just add whatever you want into it. One of the weirdest ones that I've done is a curry simple syrup. So it's a really cool sweet and savory. Yeah.
For a drink. Okay.
Yeah, with our chai pear, it's awesome. It's kind of this weird, like, garam masala thing going on, which sounds really weird in a drink, but it actually works.
Like,
so
for our next episode of
totally.
I'm in. I'll come prepared with that. And I was drinking LaCroix, berry LaCroix, and I brought with me the blueberry rosemary, which was delicious and refreshing. And then very on the fly, but so awesome, so delicious.
Love
and
it.
Fun, spicy and sweet and spicy. Honeydew jalapeno. I used a 1 ounce of that. No, half an ounce.
Half an ounce. Okay.
Half an ounce of that. 1.5 ounces of ritual, and pour to taste, which we think was maybe 3 ounces, maybe a little more, but
yeah,
right?
The Bombay Mocktail Club. Yep.
Bombay Mocktail Club, so delicious. So I'll put that in the group too. Maybe try to take a picture of that. I will not try. I will do that. I will take a picture of this together tomorrow. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, Christine, thank you. It was so fun. Happy to do it anytime. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. So let me make sure I log out of all the places.
Yep. and thank you everybody for joining and saying hi. And again, feel free to tag me in the group, Charlie Berkinshaw, and happy to help.
Yeah, follow him on Instagram, follow them on Instagram, and we'll everybody share your recipes, okay?
Yes.
Cheers. Cheers. Bye. All right, we will end that. Stop recording, and